evening, everybody. It is Sunday, January 28th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. And I told you, we're going to start putting these back up on Sundays. Don't forget to check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. But with that being said, let's get into the news. The AEW rankings are coming back at the end of the month. And who is the person that is behind them going away? Apparently it was CM Punk, according to Bryan Alvarez. Why? I don't know. Because CM Punk is going to do what CM Punk does. We have our cover stars for 2K24. Cody Rhodes will be on the standard edition, while Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley will be on the deluxe editions. Rhea has her own cover and Bianca has her own cover. And this is about finishing your story. TNA is apparently working on getting a major TV deal. Currently they're broadcast on Access TV and YouTube, but according to Santino, they are talking to a big television network, so we will see what transpires from that. The court hearing against the WWE for the WrestleMania 38 Pyro has been canceled. A person suing the WWE, Marvin Jackson, sustained injuries from Pyro attending WrestleMania 38 in Dallas. He was looking for $1 million in damages, but the court case has been thrown out. But Jackson will be filing in the United States Court of Appeals on the 5th Circuit. The Rock has been named as one of the board of directors for TKO. Yes, The Rock now sits on the board of directors for the company that owns the WWE. He now officially gets The Rock name back. He owns it. Kevin Patrick was removed from the SmackDown commentary team. Doesn't look like he just didn't work out for him. He's well liked in the company, but it just commentary was not something that was his strong suit. And in some very, very shocking news, starting in 2025, Raw will be moving to Netflix. Yeah. So, per the deal, it's a 10-year deal, but Netflix can opt out after 5 years or extend it after 10. And the deal's worth $5 billion. And this kind of makes sense for Netflix, as they're the only streaming platform that doesn't have a form of live sports. Max has it, Paramount Plus has it, Prime has it, Peacock has it, Hulu has it. So this will start in 2025. Raw will be shown on Netflix in the United States. SmackDown will be on USA, and NXT will be on the CW. But outside of the United States, everything will air on Netflix. It's a major move, and you know there's some uncertainty about how Raw will air. You know, streaming platform, will there be commercials? There probably still will be commercials. Netflix is adding commercials to their platform, but this is just a win, and the WWE Network will be transferred over to Netflix. Kind of hoping AEW follows suit and gets their stuff onto Max, because more people have Max than they do on cable. So it's a good deal. TNA. I know we said I was going to do numbers anymore and ratings, but just a quick aside. Their January 18th episode of Impact was 112 viewers, 112,000 viewers. That's pretty good. This is just good news all around for TNA. They are getting back to being a top company in the world. Logan Paul commits to a new WWE contract, so he is not going anywhere. Listen, I may hate the dude, but he's really good at this wrestling thing. AEW's plan to changing up their ticket strategy. No more small cities. None. Like, if you've seen the last couple of episodes of Dynamite, yeah, the crowd hasn't been that great because there are these small cities that really don't really watch or care about professional wrestling. And the biggest news over the week, Janelle Grant, a former employee of the WWE, has filed a sexual trafficking lawsuit against Vincent Kennedy McMahon. This is a big deal. Some of the things that come out in the lawsuit, as reported by, I believe, Forbes, Sports Illustrated. It's pretty shocking, and other people named in the lawsuit are Brock Lesnar and John Laurinaitis. This is big, and because of this lawsuit, this man he's officially stepped down from the TKO board. He's done. There's no way he can come back because he's not a primary shareholder anymore. He can't bully his way back into the company. Janelle Grant has released a statement. John Laurinaitis has released a statement. This is something to keep your eyes on, keep your ears on, because this is going to get bad before it even gets good. And associates of Vince McMahon, well, they're probably going to be fired. We're going to wipe Vince McMahon from the company that he built. His profile has been removed from the WWE page, and it's tough. It's weird. It's tough. Just gotta wait till everything comes out. Megan Bain, who signed with AEW last year, will be making her debut soon. She was sent over to New Japan and put in some work over there in Stardom. And with the addition of Megan Bain, like the AEW Women's roster is just looking really good. TNA Explosion will be streaming on YouTube and TNA Plus starting soon. Explosion is kind of like Rampage or Sunday Night Heat, and it was one of the best things about TNA. On the injury side of things, Big E says there is no timeline for in-ring return after his neck injury, but we're going to wait. We're going to stay positive. It's been 2 years since he got hurt. We got an update on Kenny Omega after his surgery. It's full of antibiotics. He's healing up. Remember, he got surgery for diverticulitis, and we'll see what transpires. Right now, it's just all about him healing up. Ray Phoenix is not expected the AEW any time soon. Surely, he's pretty banged up right now, and it's okay. It's okay. Penta, Commander, and Viking Go are holding it down for the Luchas. And Cora Jade, her timeline will be about a year, right around that time, for her to make her full return after her ACL injury. But that is the news, and we shall be right back with the week in review. All right, we had ourselves a week. Yes, we did. Monday Night Raw starts off as usual. We had our week of Royal Rumble Go Home shows. We had one from Monday Night Raw, obviously. So we open up with Seth because we got the news about his injury, and apparently he has a torn MCL and meniscus, and he needs to miss at least 4 months. But he says he will fight through because he's a fighting champion. He will not miss WrestleMania, which I get all of that, but we would not have had this issue if you just let Shinsuke Nakamura defeat Seth for the title, and Seth could have got it back at the Royal Rumble. Period. You could have told a story of Shinsuke as this crazy champion and Seth fighting back to get the title back. Seth wins it at the Royal Rumble, so now we have 5 matches at the Rumble instead of 4. And then he goes on to WrestleMania. Like it wasn't hard. Seth didn't need to win every single championship match when he defended. He just didn't. So Gunther comes out and says he respects Rollins as a fighting champion, that he'll come from. He's going to target everything, and they shake hands. And then after they shake hands, the New Day comes out and attacks Imperium, and then their match ends in a double counter because there is some bad blood here between these two teams. Rhea Ripley tells Damian to stop picking fights with so many people, and he tells her not to get a big head now that she's on the cover, and maybe she should handle her old business. So yeah, we've seen the cracks, and they're getting bigger and bigger for the Judgment Day. Rhea wants to see Finn's vicious side. Ivy now defeated Valhalla. Kofi will challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Nia comes out to brag. Becky comes out to shit on Nia, and then Bayley shits on both of them. Becky attacks Bayley, and then Nia throws out Becky out of the ring and then hits Bayley with a leg drop. Just Royal Rumble stuff. Dom defeated The Miz. DIY made the save after the match. Ivar defeated Chad Gable. This was a shockingly good match. It was fun. Cody and Punk had a face to face, and it was good. It was good. They threw some barbs at each other. It's their stereotypical stuff. Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler defeated The Way. Natalya and Tegan confronted Damage Control, and this year wants to talk to Pierce. And then the main event, R-Truth accidentally caused Damian Priest his match, and Damian Priest lost to Drew McIntyre. Over on Dynamite, we had some good fighting here. Joe says that the championship matches will be earned from here on out. Hook comes out, acknowledges the loss to Joe, and tells him that he'll see him again. And Joe's like, all right, I'll see you again, but get to the back of the line. So it's good. We got a nice little follow-up with Hook building his man slowly as a star. They shake hands, and Joe has security throw out Hook, but Hook took like the security, get a little bit of heat back. Hangman defeated Penta. OC says he'll be defending the championship wherever. The Young Bucks razzed Top Flight, and we got a little bit more of the douchebag EVPs of the Young Bucks. Wardlow defeated Trent, and he is very, very frustrated with what's going on with his career right now. We had a good sit-down interview with Tony Storm and Deonna Purrazzo on the stage. Tony Storm's side was in black and white, but this was good. This was fun. Deonna plays on their past friendship. They have matching tattoos, actually. And a fight breaks out with Deonna ending up booting Luther. Swerve defeated Jeff Hardy. Hangman continues to blow off his losses to Swerve for some reason, and they'll pick each other's opponents next week. I don't like that Hangman is blowing off Swerve's losses. Like, there's no way Hangman should be at the top of the rankings when they come back out, because he lost twice to Swerve. Darby and Sting will challenge for the tag team titles, and Ricky and Big Bill won't let that happen. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn retain the AEW Trios Championships against the Mogul Embassy. Although they did this with a little bit of help from the Bang Bang Gang, because we have the Bang Bang Sisters Gang now, but we will definitely be getting a unification match at Revolution. I am calling it right now. Adam Copeland ended up defeating Minoru Suzuki in the Cope Open, and Copeland says that he's going to keep winning so he can get another title shot against Christian Cage. Over on Impact. Yeah, so we have TNA Wrestling, and the name of the show was called Impact. Look at that. The new look continues. Chris Bay defeated Kevin Knight, and then the Grizzled Young Veterans attacked ABC after the match. Kaz will explain his actions next week of why he turned on Eric Young, and he tells Swan that he should probably take his career in his own hands like he's doing himself. And AJ Francis also takes a little zinger at Swan. Why is everybody picking on Rich Swan? Dirty Dango and Oleg Prudis won a squash match. Santino sets up a best-of-3 series between Grizzled Young Veterans and ABC. This is for the tag team championship, so the first 2 wins will win the championships. This is pretty much going to go to 3 matches. Jordan Grace retained the Knockouts Championship against Trinity, and then Giselle Shaw and her crew attacked them all after the match. It looks like Jordan Grace has her next challenger. Josh Alexander agrees to be an All Angels talk show, The Sound Checks, starting next week. Nick Nemeth defeated Zachary Wentz. Steve Macklin attacked Nemeth after the match, but came up short because Nemeth got the upper hand. Rhino says he'll teach Crazy Steve a lesson. And in the main event, Kazuchika, Okada, and the Motor City Machine Guns defeated the System. It's not a good way to get off the ground for the System. Over on SmackDown, we had our Royal Rumble Go Home show. We start out with some dissension between Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. This is with AJ Styles standing tall. AJ's been in the dick, but he's backing it up. Santos Escobar defeated Carlito with an assist from a debuting Elektra Lopez, who is now part of Legado del Fantasma. So now we have the LWO with Rey Mysterio, Carlito, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin White, and Zelina Vega. And then we have Legado del Fantasma with Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and Elektra Lopez. Yeah. I told you I want more factions with women in them. Jimmy Uso asked Styles to help get rid of LA Knight, and AJ blows off the OC after they asked him what's up with that. Wrestlers throughout the night have picked their Royal Rumble's numbers in a tumbler. Ava Rain, the new GM of NXT, was there. The Kabuki Warriors defeated Katana Chance and Kaden Carter to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This was good. I didn't think Katana and Kaden would lose so quickly. Not lose the match, but lose the championship so quickly. I really thought they were going to have a nice little run up until WrestleMania. Paul Heyman builds up Jimmy to go after Seth Rollins. The Pride in the Final Testament brawl. I'm wholeheartedly expecting B-Fab to join the Pride. Remember, she asked to speak to Bobby Lashley about a month ago. Just saying. Austin Theory defeated Carmelo Hayes, and the Trick Williams made the save for Melo. In the main event, LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa entered the no contest after AJ Styles attacked everybody, and all hell broke loose. Tables were being broken, and this ends with LA Knight being the last man standing. Over on Rampage, Jon Moxley defeated Lee Moriarty, and Mox offered a handshake, but Shane Taylor attacked him, and they leave Mox lying. It's one of the few times that Mox is left beat down. I'm enjoying this feud so far. Anna Jay is offended by Angelo Parker's questioning her if she did what Ruby says she did, and she's just offended, and she's like, I'm done. She's going to be focused on herself on here on out. Takeshita defeated Christopher Daniels. Then Kyle Fletcher challenges Chris Jericho to a match on Dynamite. Top Flight and Private Party will fight. Again, I'm so used to saying Top Flight and Action Andretti. Anna Jay defeated Ruby Soho, and before she locks in the Queen Slayer, she tells Ruby that I didn't do it. Rampage got their own little feuds. I'm so happy, man. Eddie Kingston will give Willie Mack a shot because he respects him. He doesn't care about Bryan Danielson's disrespect. And in the main event, Commander defeated Kip Sabian, Butcher, and El Hido del Vikingo to earn an international title shot on Collision. And speaking of Collision, the war between FTR and the House of Black continues, and it ended that night with a steel cage match. So yes, Collision ran up against the Royal Rumble, but Collision was a really good show this week. The BCC team of Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley defeated Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty. So Lee and Shane have lost all the matches, but I don't think this is over. I really thought Shane and Lee would win this tag match. So we'll see what happens. Next, Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship against Commander. Dan Garcia was found attacked backstage with just lying in some blood, man. So we'll see how he goes for the steel cage match later in the evening. Mariah May defeated Lady Frost. This match was short. It went like 6 minutes, but it was really good. These two meshed really, really well together, and Lady Frost looked especially good here. Swerve chooses Taya Leona as Hangman's opponent, and then Hangman later says that nothing says I have to tell you who your opponent is. You'll just have to F and wait. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be RVD. So RVD will be Swerve's opponent. Eddie Kingston defeated Willie Mack in an eliminator match. This was good. I really, really enjoyed this. I kind of wish Willie Mack would have won. Most eliminator matches, nobody wins, which kind of defeats the purpose of the eliminator match. Bryan Danielson defeated Yuji Nagata. Before Danielson even faced Nagata, as Eddie Kingston was walking to the ramp celebrating, Danielson just came out and ignored Eddie and walked right by him, didn't even look at him. Mark Briscoe offers his help to FTR, so he'll replace Dan Garcia in the steel cage match. Hook accepts Brian Cage's challenges for the FTW Championship. Serena Deeb, in her first match back since 2022, defeated Robin Renegade. Looks like she's going to be a workhorse wrestler on the babyface side of things. In the main event, the House of Black attacked Mark Briscoe during his entrance, taking him out of the steel cage match, throwing him off the stage. So now it starts out as a handicap match, but Dan Garcia arrives, and this is essentially a steel cage elimination match. So you got all three members have to escape the cage, and then that's how the winner is chosen. So much stuff to go around with this match, but this was good, and it looked like the House of Black was going to win, but Daniel Garcia baited Malachi Black back of the ring after he had already got spit in the face with the miss. But in the end, FTR and Daniel Garcia wins. I still don't think it's over between these six men. And then lastly, we had the Royal Rumble. We only have 4 matches on the card. The first match was the Women's Royal Rumble, which I liked. It was pretty good. Our first 2 people were Natalya at number 1 and a returning Naomi at number 2. She was very much overwhelmed with emotion. But this was good. The biggest surprise of the evening was Jade Cargill coming in and just dominating. Like, Nia dominated, but then Jade dominated. And then earlier in the match, we had Jordynne Grace, our TNA Knockouts champion. She also dominated. We had a lot of horses in the ring. Now, at one point, I think we had Nia, Grace, and Bianca Belair and Ivy now all in the ring at the same time, and just horses. But in the end, the role model, my girl, in the words of Chiseled Adonis, big booty Bayley, big booty Bayley, woo, big booty Bayley, talking big booty Bayley. Bayley won the Royal Rumble. I am so happy. I am so happy Bayley won. I picked Becky Lynch, but we can find a way to get Becky versus Rhea another way. I'm just really happy Bayley won the Royal Rumble. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way match for the Undisputed Championship, and Roman Reigns, of course, won. It just broke down, and Roman Reigns was going to lose. Randy Orton RKO'd everybody. He RKO'd everybody, and yet Roman Reigns still won because of who? Solo Sikoa. I don't know what to tell you, man. Roman's not losing till WrestleMania. Logan Paul retained the United States Championship over Kevin Owens by DQ. Kevin Owens pretty much dominated his match. Logan Paul got his licks in, but he went for the brass knucks. Got those from Waller and Theory. KO reversed to hit him with the brass knucks, and then as he was pinning him, he forgot to take him off. So when the ref made the count, he saw the knucks on KO's hands and called for the DQ. And then Logan Paul got beat up after the match. And then the main event was the men's Royal Rumble match. Do we have any shocking entrances? No legends were in the match. We had Pat McAfee on commentary. He was in the match, but this was fine. The final two came down to Cody versus CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes became only, I think, the fourth person to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles, and he's clearly choosing Roman. So Roman and Seth were in skyboxes, and Cody was clearly pointing to Roman, and Roman was pissed. So Cody may get to finish the story. But our matches of the week from Monday Night Raw: Ivar versus Chad Gable, and another just barn burner on Ivar and Chad Gable's part. From Dynamite, Hangman Page versus Penta, El Zero, Miedo. From Impact, Kazuchika, Okada, the Motor City Machine Guns versus The System. And from Collision, Bryan Danielson versus Yuji Nagata. Go check out that one. And the Steel Cage Elimination match between the House of Black versus FTR and Daniel Garcia. So good. And our stars of the week, I'm giving them to the two people that won the Royal Rumbles, Bayley and Cody Rhodes. I am so happy that Bayley won. I'm so happy that Bayley won. But that is our show. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned next week for the schedule to come out for the next week and for this week and the February schedule. And of course, check out the socials: Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, of course, the 215 on Twitter. That is our show. I will see you when I see you. Peace.